let's talk about the dimensions of our starting pitcher, number 26, Ryan Kaiser.
Yes, Kaiser so far this year has made one appearance. In that appearance against the Glacier Pilots, he had 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 runs. He currently has an ERA of 7.20, so didn't have maybe the best start overall. However, this is a guy who has gotten the job done many times in the past. Kaiser, of course, a pitcher who got plenty of experience at Southwest Baptist this past year with 54 and two-thirds innings pitched and a 6.59 ERA.
All right, so we're ready for the first pitch. The Oilers in white uniforms tonight, and the Bucs with camo tops and gray trousers. Camden Lanfear will lead off, the shortstop wearing number 17, and he bats from the right-hand side. A battery tonight of Kaiser and Fernandez. Here's the windup and the first pitch. And it's a ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to have to make a great throw. Doesn't make it. I don't believe it's safe. Beating out an infield hit on the first pitch of the game. Camden Lanfear, and there goes the no-hitter.
Yeah, Shane Cannon, the shortstop tonight for the Oilers, did what he could, but that ball was hit pretty well on the left side. Had to throw that thing in a hurry and got it to Hassenclaver just a little bit too late.
Holubowski made an effort at third base, but backing him up very smartly was Cannon. And Andrew Raymond is now the batter. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Number 19 playing right field. Left-hander in the batter's box against the right-handed throwing Ryan Kaiser. The runner on first here is Lanfear. Here's the stretch and the pitch outside, and it's 1-1. The Oilers have Holubowski, Cannon, Lopez, and Hassencleaver, the infield third to first, with Bundy, Jones, and Brown, the outfield left, center, and right. And a battery of Kaiser and Fernandez. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Raymond had a very odd stat line last night, Bob. 3 walks with 1 hit and 3 runs scored.
The stretch and a long set, and the pitch just misses high, and it's 2-2. 330 to the down the lines at left and right field. 365 to the power alleys, and 387 to straightaway center. Here's the pitch, and it's high, and we go to a full count.
Bucs were able to force a lot of walks in these situations last night. This is where I'm sure if you're Ryan Kaiser, you've been told, hey, make sure to attack the strike zone a little bit more on these 3-2s.
There's the stretch and the pitch, and it's popped up and over and fouled off. The scoreboard is right at the power alley in left field. Ball 3, strike 2. There's a throw to first. Diving back is Lanfear. It was a good throw. It was low, which is pretty much what you want. Lanfear on base with an infield hit to deep short. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled right back to the screen. That shows his timing was perfect. And it's still 3-2.
One thing I was curious to see at the start is which of these teams is going to get out to the better start after that marathon game last night. Sometimes you're kind of slugging through those first few innings after an extra innings contest. But time will tell.
Another throw! That got him! A pickoff! Boy, that first throw was close, and this one was Johnny on the spot. A 1-3 pickoff of Lanfear, and there's one out, and with a 3-2 count.
And Bob Hassenclaver's over at first tonight. Did a great job applying the tag, and what a job by Kaiser on that throw.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Misses high and away. Boy, am I glad we got that pickoff. And so the first walk given up by Kaiser.
Yeah, that was very much needed after that walk was given up. And here comes Luke Taylor.
Luke Taylor, the designated hitter, number 7, right-handed hitter. Checking for signals. Probably just told use your own discretion. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. He's taking just to have a look at the heat that Ryan Kaiser can throw. How tall is he?
He is 6 feet, or are you talking Kaiser or Taylor?
Kaiser.
Well, Kaiser himself, let me get my rosters here in order just to make sure I tell you the right thing. 6'8", 235.
6'8".
Yes.
He needs an oxygen tank, and he's that tall.
He's got Mount Everest altitude.
Ball one, strike one. Here's the pitch. Strike called at the knees, and it's 1-2. Kaiser has yet to retire somebody, and in the batter's box. 1 on, 1 out here. In the top of the first, throw to first. Again, close enough for the umpire to make a safe call.
I'm sure Raymond's going to be a little more careful after what just happened with Lanfear a second ago.
Ball one, strike two. The pitch. Ooh, boy. Missed. Maybe outside. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, may have been just a bit away from that outside corner.
Ball two, strike two. Outfield straight away. Left field a bit on the shallow side. Here's the pitch. Strike three called. Okay, 2 dead. And Hank Smith comes to the plate. The first baseman wears number 6. He'll bat from the left-hand side. That Bucs top of the order was hard to suppress yesterday.
That they were. Smith, though, 0 for 5 yesterday, did get a couple of RBIs.
There's a throw to first. And the tag was applied much later than a close call warrants. But he keeps them honest and dirty. Here's the stretch and the pitch. There's one that's right down Broadway, and it's strike one. Sunny skies with a forest fire in nearby Sterling. Now in progress. Here's the next pitch. And he fans right through that one, and it's 0-2.
Oilers would love to shut down this top of the first. Remember, they gave up 2 runs to the Bucs yesterday. Don't want to fall behind early again and have to play comeback.
0-2 the count. He's setting up outside. Here's the pitch, and that's exactly where it goes, and it's 1-2. Look for some kind of breaking pitch here. Ball one, strike two. Maybe get a throw to first as well. And the pitch here. Swing and a miss. As Kaiser fans 2 of the Bucs here in the first inning. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 man left with a pickoff. Will go to the bottom of the first. The score is the Bucs 0, and the Oilers are now coming to bat. This is Oilers baseball on KSLD.
Oilers fans, this is a KSRM special report.
Fire crews are responding to a wildfire near Jacobson Avenue and Swanson River Road in Sterling. According to the Alaska Division of Forestry and Fire Protection, fire is located about 10 miles east of Soldotna and is estimated at roughly 5 to 10 acres. Sam Harrell with the Division of Forestry.
We have a helicopter doing bucket work. Firefighters and engines are on the ground. Air attack is overhead, coordinating 2 single-engine water-scooping aircraft, and a retardant tanker is on its way.
Officials say the fire was reported around 4:30 p.m. and the cause remains under investigation. Drivers are being asked to yield to emergency vehicles in the area as firefighting operations continue. Updates are to follow. You can also visit our website at radiokenai.com.
Caleb, run 1:30-second segment.
I'm Peyton Hernandez.
Okay.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and Ridgeway Family Dentistry knows this. Ridgeway is a new state-of-the-art facility offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your next dental appointment, call Ridgeway Family Dentistry. 462-8404.
Shane Cannon in his third game as an Oiler is going to lead off here. The shortstop, number 5, he's been pretty good with the bat in his first 2 games. And Ryan Caruso on the hill, and Cannon takes strike 1. Any stats on Caruso?
Yeah, Caruso so far this season hasn't played as much as some of the other Bucs pitchers, but does have a little bit of experience. He's made 1 appearance with 4 innings. He's given up 8 hits with 2 earned runs and has an ERA of 4.50.
About average height and weight, and the next pitch is a ball. It's 1-1 to Shane Cannon for the Oilers. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's a hot shot between third and short, and the Oilers are in business here. It took us 3 pitches. The Bucs put him in on the first pitch, but we'll take it. It's our first hit of the game here by Shane Cannon.
Remember, he got a double in his first ever at-bat as an Oiler yesterday and gets a ground ball for a single today against Ryan Caruso. That's a great way to start for Peninsula. Already a man on base in the bottom of the first.
And it brings up a left-handed slugger here, Sammy Lopez. The first time he's been in the top third of the order. And the first pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Lopez is getting signals from third base. Playing second base as he has in every single game that he's been in. Here's the next pitch to him, and fouls this one off. And it's 1-1. The Bucs have Miller, Lanfear, Leach, and Smith. The infield third to first with Dara, Garcia, and Raymond. The outfield left, center, and right. A battery of Caruso and Denton. Ball 1, strike 1. Throw to first. Oh, that was close. A little extra long leadoff, and he dove back in successfully, but I think that was pretty close.
Yeah, Cannon had to basically dive back to first base to just stay safe in that situation. Very close.
Here's the pitch. Dershow's Bont pulls it back and takes the strike. And it's 1-2 now. That indicated some sort of confusion that Lopez might have had with the signals. Ball 1, strike 2. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball to the right side. Scooped up. They're going to try a 1-6 backwards double play. A 3-6 double play. And they would have had to tag him. And Shannon has successfully evaded the tag, and he's on second base. And a fine play by Smith at first base because Lopez smoked that one.
Yeah, he did. Put a lot underneath it. And like you said, good work by Hank Smith just to be able to pick that thing up cleanly. Needed a little bit less elevation and a little more speed on that throw, but didn't get to him quite fast enough, and as a result, Cannon into scoring position.
Luke Lusky, he's overdue. Had a really good opening day with 3 RBIs, and he takes strike 1. Ryan Caruso, a right-hander, on the hill now with Shannon at second base for the Oilers.
Lusky with a 200 average on the season and 4 RBIs now for the Oilers. Very solid through 5 games
Here's
played.
the pitch. Breaking pitch, probably a slider, and it was 1-1. Ball 1, strike 1. Sunny days all this week. Here's the stretch. Long set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Straight away, the outfield is playing Lusky. And the second baseman very, very close to this to the sack at second base. Let's see if he shifts to his right a little bit on the pitch. He's not. There he goes. And here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball to right field. It's going to go out of play to the right. And it's 1-2. Both teams down with one hit in the first inning.
Lusky did not have a hit yesterday against the Bucs. Did get an RBI, though, as the DH.
Well, he took a beanball on the, the 10th?
Yes.
Ball one, strike two. And the pitch. Gets away from the catcher, and Shane Cannon, easy to call him Shannon, scampers to third base. How do you see that pass ball or wild pitch?
I would say in that situation, I'd probably call that a passed ball, just on first assumption. Might need a bit of a better look on the replay to make sure, but I'm going to say pass ball for now.
It was in the dirt, but it was not uncatchable.
Right. That's what would distinguish it for me.
So ball two, strike two, a runner on third with only one out. And Caruso with the pitch, and here's a line drive right to the shortstop. Oh, he smoked it, and Cannon very wisely waited to see where that ball was going to go. It would have been easy to get picked off, and the Oilers still have another chance. L6, as Lusky got a good handle on that one.
Yeah, he did. If he'd put it almost anywhere else, it probably would have been a base hit, but right to Camden Landfear, able to bring that thing in for the out. But here comes Brooks Hossenclaver, who we know can make a huge difference.
He's also been called out a couple of times, so let's see how he does here in a critical situation. It's ball one, inside and low. You don't need to hit a 5-run homer every time you're at bat. Just get that run in.
444 batting average for Hossenclaver so far on the season, which leads the team and is still one of the tops in the ABL.
Here's the stretch and the pitch. And it is a fly ball center field. And drifting back is Garcia, and he's got it. And that will retire the side for the Oilers, leaving a man stranded at third. F8 if you're scoring. And in the inning, no runs, one hit, no errors, one man left. We'll go to the second inning. And the scores, the Oilers nothing and the Bucs nothing on KSLD 1140.
The World Cup's coming, and everybody's talking defense. Here's a strategy that works long after the final whistle. If your family is complete, a no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy is a safe, effective move. If you're done building your team, it may be time to strengthen your defense. Dr. Alvarez can perform your procedure in Soldotna or Homer. It's quick, comfortable, and a whole lot easier than chasing toddlers into extra time. Don't leave your future up to a lucky bounce. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, 907-235-1010, and schedule your no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy. Score some peace of mind and enjoy the game.
When you've been involved in an accident or suffered at the hands of someone else's negligence, we can help you assess whether you can add value to your community. And we want to make sure that our community members are taken care of. We offer free consults to help you determine what insurance will be available, a full and fair recovery for you, and whether we can add value to your case. Call us at Earhart, Elsner, and Cooley to schedule a free consult. 907-283-2876.
Three Bears Alaska score is no score. Both teams with one hit and one man left on base as we go into the top of the second inning. And the Bucs will bring batters 5, 6, and 7. Dara, Leach, and Miller will be coming to the plate. As working into his